Hola, soy Café. Mucho gusto. Watching Français TV helps you improve your listening skills. 25. Speaking a foreign language. Number 1, it's a conversational. Conversational, it means the language that is not technically perfect, but clear enough for basic information or basic communication. For example, I speak conversational German, but my grammar is awful. An accent, it means the way in which people from a country or region pronounce a word. For example, Maria's strong accent is impossible to understand. A lot of people, when they speak the foreign language, they have their own languages, their first language's accent. Like, some Chinese, when they speak English, they will say like, hello, my name is Chou Hei Wan. How are you? It's like that. Fluent in, it means able to use a language easily, without making many mistakes. For example, my uncle is fluent in 5 different languages. That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's amazing. Next one, pronunciation. Pronunciation, it means the way a specific word is spoken. For example, Jay finds the pronunciation of the word squirrel. Look at this animal, squirrel. Impossible. That means Jay cannot pronounce the squirrel, this word, correctly. Next one, a native speaker. Native speaker, it means a person who speaks a language as their first language. That's native speaker. For example, I was taught French, français, by a native speaker from M. Look at this flag. This is French. Salut, salut, ça va, ça va. This is French. Grammar. The way in which you make sentences from separate words. This is grammar. Dan's spoken Mandarin isn't bad, but he needs to improve his grammar. That means he cannot make sentences with the separate words correctly or easily. Bilingual. Bilingual, that means able to speak 2 languages fluently. For example, my wife is bilingual. She speaks English and Japanese. はじめまして、どうぞよろしく。Japanese. Vocabulary. Vocabulary, it means the set of words that make up a language. For example, I bought a dictionary to improve my Spanish vocabulary. Spanish, Español. Hola, soy Café. Mucho gusto. Rusty, it means not as blah blah as. Not fluent in a language as you used to be. That means long time ago, you can speak, you can talk fluent in that language. But if for a long time you didn't practice or speak, you become a little bit rusty. For example, Zara's Portuguese is a little bit rusty. She hasn't spoken it in years. In years means many years. Listening. Listening, it means the ability to understand spoken language. For example, watching Français TV helps you improve your listening skills. This is page 106. Speaking, it means the ability to communicate using spoken language. Example, the best way to improve your speaking skills is to talk to native speakers. That's true, correct. The language barrier. The language barrier, it means difficulty communicating with someone who speaks another language. So difficulty, like these two people, between them there is a big thing stop them. This thing called a language barrier. For example, the language barrier stopped me from talking to Wayne. Reading, it means the ability to understand written materials. Example, looking at American websites can help you improve your English reading skills. That's true. To make yourself understood, it means to be able to express basic information and ideas to people. Example, after only a few weeks living in Italy, I was able to make myself understood. That means I can make people understand what I'm talking about. So this is make yourself understood. Writing, it means the ability to communicate using written words. For example, I understand some Hebrew, but finding the writing impossible. Hebrew is a language. To speak accurately, it means to speak precisely. That means without making mistakes. For example, although P has a strong accent we mentioned on the previous page about accent, he does speak accurately. That means that when he speaks, he can use accurate words, even though with some native accent maybe. This is speak accurately. A lingua franca, it means shared language that allows people from various countries to understand each other. English is a lingua franca for the people at the conference. That means people, when they have a meeting or the conference, they can use English to talk, to communicate, to share information with each other. To pick something up quickly, it means to be able to learn something in a little time, in short time. For example, living in Carroll, I managed to pick up Arabic quickly. That means I learn Arabic quickly. Translation, it means a piece of writing that has been changed from one language to another. For example, the translation of the contract was full of mistakes. There are so many mistakes. The last one, to have a good ear for languages. That means to be able to understand languages without difficulty. For example, I have a good ear for languages. I learned Swahili in 6 months. Alright guys, that's it. That's all for today. I'll see you next time.